Super Mario Odyssey continues to be one of the Nintendo Switch titles that players return to again and again, even years after its release. Even after completing the main story, there are hundreds of power moons to collect and hidden areas to discover. Thanks to the Cappy mechanic, which allows players to transform into different characters, it becomes possible to approach levels in entirely new ways. The depth of its movement set makes mastering platforming sections a long-term pursuit. Speedrun attempts and challenging extra objectives transform the game into not just something to finish, but an experience to continually refine. Despite its accessibility, Super Mario Odyssey maintains its presence as a Switch classic that is still actively played in 2026, thanks to the technical depth it offers. Hollow Knight Silksong brought the Metroidvania genre back into the spotlight with its release and continues to be one of the titles actively played in 2026. Hornet's more agile and aggressive playstyle makes exploration and combat more dynamic compared to the previous game. Its expansive map, hidden areas, and challenging boss encounters do not offer a one-time experience. Instead, they encourage players to return again and again. Speedrun attempts, challenge modes, and community discussions keep the game alive. Silksong stands out not merely as an adventure to complete, but as a Switch experience that invites players to invest long hours mastering it and uncovering every corner. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is one of the rare Switch games that has maintained an active player base for years thanks to its extensive roster of characters and competitive gameplay. Over 100 fighters and different game modes transform each session into a unique challenge. Beneath the seemingly simple controls lies a deep mechanical structure, creating a long learning curve for both casual and competitive players. Online matches, tournaments, and community events keep the game alive. It's also frequently chosen for its local multiplayer experience in social settings. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is more than just a fighting game. It stands out as a Switch classic that continues to be actively played even in 2026. Animal Crossing New Horizons is one of the rare Nintendo Switch games that keeps players returning to their islands even years later. Thanks to its real-time progression, seasonal events, and extensive customization options, the experience never feels truly complete. Home decoration, island design, and completing collections provide long-term goals. In particular, creative designs and community sharing keep the social aspect of the game alive. Its relaxed pace, well-suited to daily routines, makes it easy to return even after taking a break. Regardless of receiving major updates, Animal Crossing New Horizons continues to be one of the most enduring Switch experiences that players are still spending time with in 2026. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond has become one of the most talked about and widely played experiences on Nintendo Switch, thanks to its exploration-driven design. Its atmospheric planetary environments and interconnected map structure gradually unlock new paths and hidden areas as players progress. The scanning system gives environmental details greater meaning, while acquiring new abilities creates motivation to revisit previously inaccessible regions. The combat mechanics offer a cautious, tactical pace, establishing a balanced rhythm between exploration and action. The pursuit of 100% completion and hidden upgrades elevates the game beyond a one-time adventure. With its strong focus on discovery and mastery, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond continues to be one of the Switch titles players return to in 2026. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe continues to thrive in 2026 as one of the most enduring multiplayer experiences on Nintendo Switch. With its extensive track selection, diverse roster of characters, and well-balanced gameplay, every race can unfold into a different scenario. Its easy-to-learn controls make it accessible to players of all skill levels, while mastering drift techniques and optimizing racing lines require long-term dedication. Online lobbies remain active, and its local multiplayer mode makes it a staple in social settings. The expanded track list through DLC further enhances its replay value. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is not just a racing game. It remains a Switch classic that players keep coming back to even years later. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild remains one of the most played open-world experiences on Nintendo Switch, even years after its release. Hyrule's open-ended exploration design does not impose a specific path on the player. You can travel in any direction and reach your objectives through different methods. Hundreds of shrines, hidden Korok seeds, and environmental interactions make every corner of the map feel meaningful. The physics and chemistry-based systems allow for creative problem-solving, ensuring that each playthrough can feel different. Speedrun attempts and challenge-based content also help keep the game alive. Breath of the Wild is not merely a story to be completed. Thanks to its freedom of exploration, it continues to stand as a Switch classic that players return to for years. Monster Hunter Rise is one of the rare titles that manages to keep players engaged for long periods despite the inherently repetitive nature of its quest structure. Its progression system revolves around the hunting loop, gear upgrades, and armor set optimization, requiring players to develop new strategies with each new monster encounter. The wirebug mechanic enhances mobility, making combat faster-paced and more fluid. Co-op quests, in particular, strengthen the game's social aspect and significantly increase its replay value. The cycle of taking on missions repeatedly to craft stronger equipment can quickly become addictive. Monster Hunter Rise is not merely a story to complete. With its focus on mastery and gear perfection, it continues to be actively played in 2026. Super Mario Party functions less like a solo adventure and more like a replayable entertainment package. Its variety of minigames and competitive nature mean each session yields different outcomes. Joy-Con-focused controls make the game particularly appealing for local multiplayer. Random dice mechanics and unexpected board events keep the outcome uncertain until the very end, transforming it from a one-off into a game that's constantly revisited in social settings. While Super Mario Party may not offer a grand story, when played with friends or family, it remains a Switch classic that will likely stay popular even in 2026. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom not only expands the open-world formula, but also offers players an unprecedented level of creative freedom. With the addition of Sky Islands and vast underground layers, Hyrule's map grows in scale and depth, making exploration even more immersive. Thanks to the Ultra Hand ability, players can construct vehicles, machines, and complex structures, allowing for a wide range of unique solutions. While the main story can be completed, the game's lasting appeal emerges from experimenting with its systems and pushing their limits. Creative builds, challenge runs, and undiscovered details keep the experience relevant long after release. Tears of the Kingdom remains a Switch title that players continue to revisit even after finishing it, maintaining its popularity well into 2026.